Alright, welcome back to Sheltered. It has been a while. I think I've been mentioning how this game it's been in the drudge state now for like well over half the series. But I figured, well, what perfect series than Sheltered for me to try out my new Rode Podcaster. So I just got this new mic. I just set it up. I've done absolutely nothing to optimize it. This is like basically out of the box. I'm speaking like it's inches from my mouth, and yeah, I want to see how it sounds with the rest of the levels. So like I said, it hasn't been optimized at all, and that means that okay, hang on, because I actually do want to play Sheltered. It's let's see. Let me start playing the game a little bit before, like, let's wait until I have to wait for something and then I'll start talking. So, let's see. Yes, drink the water. Yeah, it's fine. Why don't you just take a shower? And yes, you drink the water. You get some sleep. How's our... Whoops. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of time to wait on that. And you use the toilet. I want to set up an expedition here. So anyway, yeah, this should sound a lot better. And it's not as though if you listen with microphone, I'm sure you can still hear like kind of the background noise, but it's nowhere near as bad. In my opinion, it's nowhere near as bad as the blue snowball that I was using. And the blue snowball wasn't bad, you know. Honestly, my main issue with that, with my previous microphone, was just that, and I hope it doesn't come up with this microphone, because it could be something related to the operating system, Windows 10, etc., but I was having so much drama just getting the microphone to consistently be configured. I'm not speaking very well. What I mean is, I had so many times where that blue snowball would just get de-recognized from the computer, and like, or its levels would be messed up, and I'd have to like check it every time I wanted a recording. I had to check the dumb thing to make sure that it was, you know, gonna record for me, and that the sound levels weren't, you know, out of whack. And you know, it's I got so it wasn't such a bad thing, but still, just I didn't feel like I should have to put up with that. You know, I'm a human being. I deserve better. And, you know, I decided I'd go ahead, and if I was going to get a better mic, I wanted to go ahead and just go for it. And the reason I got the Podcaster instead of the Blue Yeti was I was seeing a lot of people have issues with the Blue Yeti that I've had in the past as far as, like, noise issues and stuff, and I was pretty sure after doing all the research that I kind of had a good handle on what would have to happen to get it to work. And oops, sorry, please go back to sleep. And anyway, but I was talking to this other guy whose channel you should check out, called, I think he's in the Netherlands. A really nice kid. His name is... Hang on, I am actually playing the game. So, his name is Derp Digital. I hate his intro sound, though. That's the only thing. It's like got this annoying static sound, and my mom's cat absolutely hated it. Like, he'd be lying on my lap, and then like the sound would start up, and like, I'm sorry, like, if that sounded annoying, that's how annoying that sound was. So yeah, I apologize, but like, if you're a Let's Player, please don't put like, oh, it's something I just can't stand, is when people use these like super obnoxious intro sounds. Like, don't even have an intro sound, is my opinion. Somebody who has a really nice one, boy, I'm really just all over the place today. Somebody who has a really nice one, I think her name is, what is her name? She's also played a little bit of Sheltered. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Give me a sec here. Alright, we got the scalpers out here. Should we take the van? Sure. Alright, what are we trying to do? We're basically just trying to find a bunch of nonsense, like new blueprints and stuff like that, and I have no idea where to actually get those, so we'll see. Let's just go through these towns, and where's a town we haven't been to forever? Yeah, scalpers are over there. Hang on, I am still trying to think of these people. Okay, well anyway, let's go back to alright, we just were over here. So I think it's looking like Glengarth and Darksea. Okay. Alright. Like, I don't care, we have so much petrol and water that I just don't care anymore. The optimization phase of this game is over. Like, now it's just... Okay, let's confirm that. And... yeah, I don't know. Equip for weapon. Sure, I really don't care. We do want to take the metal detector. Alright. And for a weapon, let's give you... Should we give you a crowbar as well? I wish that the crowbars would help, like, break into stuff. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, we have enough rock. No, we don't have enough rocks. Sorry. Never mind. Okay, well, let's send that party out. And I am going to pause just a sec to find out the name of that person whose channel I think is really quite good. So hang on. Here we go. Alright, so we're back. I figured out the name of the channel that I was trying to remember that has a nice intro, and I'm just going to put it in a separate video. And it's SwiftKey. Anyway, another channel that I was recommending was Derp Digital, and he was the one that kind of got me sold on the Podcaster. I'd really been vacillating back and forth between Blue Yeti and Podcaster, but yeah, in the end, so far, I'm really happy. Like I said, this is like bare bones, like this is the opposite of optimized behavior with this mic. Like, I have done anything that I was anticipating I'd have to do to get the Yeti to work. Like, I don't hear any high-pitched whining in the background. The levels on the computer are turned all the way up, which is not something you usually want to do. There's no pop filter, partly because the Podcaster apparently has it built in. So I was like, well, you know, I'm not going to bother with a windscreen or any... Obviously not a windscreen since I'm not outside. And anyway, through scanning frequencies, we discovered a radio broadcast from a trade caravan. Okay. Alright. Go to sleep. You... Please feed the cat. Anyway, I just think... Oh, that's interesting. It looked like that green was coming... Anyway, that was weird. Yeah, search the location. If soil is soaked. Eat food. You're sleeping. Whoops! Don't water the plant. That's not what I meant for you to do. Oh, we killed the plants. Dang it. We overwatered them. Alright, fine. Yeah, search location. Let's get our stuff upgraded. Like, let's actually accomplish something in this episode so it's not just like 30 minutes of rambling. Alright. Where are we now? What can we upgrade? Oh, okay, we can't upgrade anything. Well, then just go fix it. Ah, yes, fine. Yeah, just grab everything. In the meantime, I wish there was a take all button. There's so many things I wish this game had. Like this game, like I went on the forums a while back and they were like, hey, you know, what do you want in the game or something like that. And it's just like, I want you to just fix it. Like this game at this point, like it's kind of just you don't need to add anything to the game. What I want is for you to balance it. Did we not, oh my goodness, did we just, oh God. I'm sorry, I'm so bad right now. I'm so bad at this. I'm doing a terrible job of, okay, thank you, yes. I just want them to balance the game. The game's fine. It's got all the content I want, except balance. Like, I was talking to, this is another person whose channel I enjoy quite a bit. Putting the world back together, yeah, I don't think so, Joyce. Not right now. And she, her channel's XRAC project. That's XRAC, all one word. Anyway, I enjoy her channel. It's in German, so I mean, but German isn't that. It's still, and a lot of her playthroughs are actually like silent playthroughs anyway. So I was watching her do Risk of Rain. One thing I like about her channel, obviously, is that she has a good voice. So I'm not sure that I'm really a fan of, like, I don't want to seem sexist, but when you're a white guy living in the United States, it's kind of like no matter what you do, you always seem sexist. So I kind of stopped trying. But I was gonna say, I don't know that I like female commentary as much, but on the other hand, there's so much male commentary that I also can't stand. So I think probably what it is I just can't stand most commentary. I can't stand as hard. I just mean that, like, there's, like, what I like is kind of a certain approach. It's not, I don't like gaudy, loud stuff, which is weird because I'm a very gaudy, loud person. Maybe that's why I like it. I mean, that's why I'm the way I am, is, petrol station. Sorry, the game keeps interrupting me, and also I'm just like kind of zonked out today. So yeah, you're not getting the A team today, I'm afraid. Let's see. But yeah, good voice is something I like. An intro that doesn't make me cringe every time I listen to it, whether it's the person's voice or especially if it's their like sound intro. Like the safest thing to do is just not even have a sound intro, just, you know, like that's what I do. I don't bother with a sound intro. And it's easier, like I don't have to remix, you know, I don't have to splice two videos together every single time I make a video. Tiny Pirate, he's another one that has like a really nice just soundless intro. Like it just pops up his name and then episode number, etc. And then he just says, hey, I'm Tiny Pirate. And I like his channel quite a bit. Even though I like these guys' channels, but part of the problem is they don't play games that I always want to watch. So yeah, anyway, XRAC project, she was commenting on my shelter saying like, you attack everybody, and it's like, yeah, I know, I'm a bloodthirsty person, but that's one thing I'd like them to balance with this game is the numbers, which is, like, man, I'm sorry, I really am just going from subject to subject with no, like, it's all paratactic, baby, inside my brain. Anyway, that's like a number they should fix, though, is make killing people, because right now there's sort of a perverse incentive to do it. There's really little drawback, but like just up the number penalty on trauma and make the trauma last longer and make it so that like actually reading books is something that you want, that you have to do for reasons other than just, you know, wanting to up your skills. You know, like just all these kinds of things they should fix with this game that don't require new content. It's just like go into your files, your configuration files, assuming you have those, and just balance it. You know, that's what they need to do with the game. So yeah, I don't want to see new content. I just want the content we have to be fixed. That's what Distant Worlds was doing. I mean, it's a completely different game, of course, but still, it was just like, I don't want new content. I want you to fix the content you already have. That's it. So anyway, that's me being self-righteous there. So anyway, yeah, X-Rack Project, that's another channel you should check out. I don't know that she's going to play Sheltered, but she plays games that I like to watch. And yeah, even though it's in German, it doesn't really bother me. If you ask nicely, she might that's one thing I thought I was really impressed by, was I was looking for a video of a playthrough of a story game. I never play story games because I'm terrible at them, but I like watching them. It was called Breached. And she was like the only person who was like beyond episode 1 when it came out, and I was just like, there's nobody covering this game, you know, beyond like episode 1, and she was. And I remember when I found her, I kind of ranted on her channel a little bit. I was like, oh, why are you the only person covering this game and it's in German? And she was really nice, and she like wrote back, she's like, oh, I'll translate it for you. It's like so after that I was kind of sold. I came back and watched her channel. So yeah, if you ask, even if you ask rudely the way I did, she'll like write out the translations for you. And she's like, oh, I'm terrible at English. And it's like, Europeans are always saying that, and it's always kind of ridiculous. But I mean, because Europeans speak English well enough. I don't know, I kind of get it too. Like, I speak Japanese, but I don't really want to, I don't want to try to do commentary in Japanese, because they're Japanese commentators can do it way better than me. And I would just also be concentrating on trying to speak in Japanese, and you know, you can see how bad it is when I'm like trying to play this game and speak in English, and you know, like how incompetent I am at the moment. Do we really need sand? Anyway, so I understand like why she doesn't want to comment in English, even though she speaks English just fine. But regardless, they're good videos, and you know, because I learned Japanese, like reading subtitles for me is not really a big issue. I'm just used to it. When I watch, it's really weird now. When I watch things in English, like if I'm watching Mad Men or something like that. Mad Men, by the way, is awesome. If you don't watch that show, you should, or you're a bad person. You should feel bad. I turn on English subtitles almost all the time. Like, I'm just so used to reading along with it. That's a bit on the extreme side, but my point is like the subtitles don't bother me, and I enjoy watching stuff with subtitles. It's not a problem. So yeah, what I'm saying is you should check out channels even if they aren't in your native language, because there's still a lot of entertainment to get from it. And you know, I know when I was younger that I was like, oh, I don't want to watch something, and sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, I just want to turn on a dumb movie and like, you know, fix breakfast or something, and not have to be looking at the screen while I'm watching it or something. So yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, like, yeah, there's a lot of enjoyment to get out of watching stuff, even if it's not in your native language, as long as, you know, there's subtitles or something. Oh boy, what a long rant. It's not really a rant, but like my default mode is to rant, so even if I'm trying to speak positively, it comes out negative sounding. So yeah, and then anyway, any of the channels that I feature on my channel, I think are good channels you should check out. So those are just the ones that I kind of was thinking about, because they all have a link to Shelter. Like, I found Swift Key through Shelter, and I, you know, like Beautiful OB, he found me through Sheltered, and let's see, and I already linked to his playlist in my previous video. And then X-Rack, I have known her, but she then started commenting a bit on some of my Sheltered videos. That's why that came up today. So yeah, anyway, this has just been a really weird, long, like, talking about everything except the game I'm playing. But the reason for that is because there's nothing interesting going on in the game I'm playing. So, and again, that's the problem with Sheltered at the moment. There's nothing interesting going on. I have nothing to do. So I was like, yeah, and this is a test of my new microphone, which, you know, I think I'm going to be happy with the results when I get to listen to this video at length. Like I said, I listened to it briefly, or I mean, like I did a test, and I was happy with the results. So, yeah. Just kind of random nonsense today with Sheltered, and I certainly think it's probably been a long enough video. Like I had to take a break there to go on you because it was just bothering me. I had to figure out, I had to look up SwiftKey, and right when I gave up and I was like, I am never gonna remember this person's name, and I can't find them on my search history or anything like that, then it came to me like a bolt of lightning. I was like, oh, SwiftKey, that's right. I knew it had key in there somewhere. I was like typing in QWERTY because I was like, was it QWERTY? And I was like, anyway. Patrick, I have no idea what you just asked me because I am too busy talking and inhabiting the inside of my brain instead of the outside world, so I refuse. I think he just came asking us to do a quest, and I told him to sod off. Well, alright. We're going to close the episode for today. Yeah, wow, what a mess. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening to my idiocy. Alright. Well, okay, let's take care of the school first, shall we? Who are you? Rebecca? Wait a second. Confirm. You know what? Let's just trade. She didn't want to have anything to do with us. Should have just killed her. Killed her and eaten her meat. Oh, that guy, he's messing up our stuff. I'm surprised by this stuff. I'm like, ooh, do I have this in my inventory? Surely not. And then I click on it, it's like, oh, it went in. Except obviously limestone didn't. So, alright, that's enough. Enough Sheltered for today. We'll come back to this some other time when I'm more collected. Alright, thanks for watching. See you then. Bye-bye.